Welcome everybody to Miguel's Garage Car of the Day, a new segment where every day I post a different car that I would drive if I could. Imagine that, if you could drive a different car every single day, what car would you drive today? For me today, that would be a classic, the original, the first generation 1992 Dodge Viper. This car was just a bunch of incredible minds come together and build something. That's what this car is. Bob Lutz, who was the president of Chrysler back in the 80s, he had purchased a kit car, a Cobra kit car, and he fell in love with it. And he thought, you know, we need a sports car for Dodge, and they decided to work on a couple different projects. One of them being this, what ended up being the Viper. They know they had this V10 that they were working on for a truck, and so they decided to pair that with this project. They brought in Carroll Shelby, the mastermind behind the Cobra and the Daytona and different amazing cars, and big American racing history behind the name. So they brought in Carroll, and he basically wanted a modern-day Cobra, and that's what the Viper turned out to be. At the time, Chrysler also owned Lamborghini, so they decided to send this to Lamborghini and have it recast the block from iron into aluminum, make it a lot lighter. And what the outcome was, they ended up producing this crazy two-seater roadster with a soft top. It was not a convertible or anything like that. Exhaust pipes coming out of the side, burn your leg type of thing. It was just truly American, just insane, powerful. The engine was an 8-liter V10 producing 400 horsepower. 0 to 60 came in at 4.6 seconds, although some tests have seen the car perform even 4.2 seconds. Top speed was 168 miles per hour. And this car came with just a manual transmission, a 6-speed manual transmission, nothing else. This was just one of those very unique times. You're talking about the 80s. The Corvette ZR1 was producing 375 horsepower. The Supra Turbo was 320 horsepower. The only thing that was more powerful were things like the Lamborghini Countach, which had 455 horsepower. So, when this car came out, it was kind of like a revelation. It was just something new, something crazy coming into the market. And it performed. It performed really, really good. The chassis was actually made out of space frame construction, kind of like what the Cobras and the GT40, all these different cars that were, basically racing cars. That's the technology they used to build the Viper back then. When they first introduced it in 1989 at the Detroit Auto Show, the crowd went wild. They also featured this car, I think it was a pace car, at the Indianapolis 500. So when the car came out, it was just a sensation. It was just incredible, and it still is. It's amazing to me how this car can actually be so cheap. It's incredible. Brand new, the Viper was $50,000. I mean, that's a lot of money back in 1992. But today, you can find them even for $30,000. Around 50, 60. It really depends on the condition. But to me, that's pretty insane. I think that this car is really gonna start taking off, especially with names like Carroll Shelby behind the car. This car needs to be by now $100,000. I really don't know why this car is so cheap. So there you have it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Leave me some comments below about the Viper, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another car of the day. I need a Viper in my life.